What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be comparing. We're gonna be seeing which one you should buy if you're looking on a budget. Should you buy Windows or should you buy Mac? Basically in this video I'm gonna be comparing the two different operating systems. So let's just get started with the specs. So this is an HP ProBook 450 G6. This was released in 2019. And it has an Intel Core i5 A265U at 1.6 GHz and an Intel UHD graphics 620, I'm pretty sure. Well, this is the MacBook Air M2, which was released in 2023, I believe, and it has an M2 chip, obviously, because it's the M2 MacBook Air, but I don't know what GPU it has. They both have 8 GB of RAM and a 256 GB M.2, I believe. I know this one is an M.2, but I don't know if this one. But one of the differences is the RAM, because this has removable DDR4 RAM, while this has soldered RAM, because Apple hates upgrades. And yeah, let's just compare the two. Alright, so we're both loaded into the desktop, and we can see an immediate difference. So on Windows, the taskbar here on Start, you just click the Start icon on Windows, and this is where you can access your applications and all that. But on Mac, to access your applications, you gotta go on the Apps icon on the dock, which you can access the apps. And to shut down the computer, for example, you have to click this Apple icon here, and it brings up a little menu. So that's a main difference. The other difference is app compatibility. Now, Windows can obviously run more games because Windows supports Steam and all that. While this can pretty much only run App Store games. This can still run Roblox, Minecraft, sort of like that, but it does not. But I don't think it supports Steam. I don't really know. I haven't got used to this laptop yet. Now this also supports some essential apps like Rufus. I'll show you. Rufus is an application where you can make bootable USBs. Yeah, there we go. But this can't have it because this is a Mac. But a feature that this lacks, you can actually call people from this. No, I don't want to show you. No. Yeah, that's a feature that this lacks. You can actually call people from here. Now the default browsers. On Windows, Microsoft Edge comes pre-installed, or on all the versions you have Internet Explorer. While on this, it's just always been Safari. So yeah, that's Safari. Open that. It's not even Google. It doesn't even have a search engine or anything, but this has Bing. So yeah, we'll just put them both on YouTube. Yeah, they both load YouTube correctly. Another thing I've actually noticed is that some MacBooks actually have better display quality than some Windows laptops, because for example this HP computer supports 768p, while this I believe supports 2K. I think. I don't actually know. I can't check on settings, and yeah. And when it comes to updates, I'll show you. When it comes to updates, this is a lot simpler because it just gives you one update, and it just gives you one topic of updates, and that's just Mac OS. While this gives a whole lot. It gives antivirus, it gives drivers, but this just downloads the drivers with Mac OS. While this has to provide a whole lot of updates and gives people headaches. So yeah, that's a big difference. Another difference, which isn't really major, is screen time. on here you can check how much you've used. And yeah, my parents used this laptop for a very long time today. 6 hours, bro. They used that's like triple of how much I use my phone. That's a lot. I have to talk to my parents about that. And yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that they both have a fingerprint sensor. This is called Windows Hello. Well, on this it's called Touch ID, but I call this Touch ID because it's still a fingerprint sensor. And yeah, also a lot of MacBooks these days, they have a notch. They have a big fat notch to mimic iPhones, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Another thing, this comes with pre-installed games like chess. It only comes with one game, and that's chess. Well, this doesn't come with pre-installed games at all. I mean, yeah, on older versions of Windows, like Windows 7, Windows Vista, etc., they come with pre-installed apps. On Windows 11, it does not. I had to download some games from the Microsoft Store. So yeah, Microsoft should bring the old games, but that they ship with operating systems back. They just have to. Another thing that I noticed on the two latest versions of Windows, this has liquid glass elements. Now, I find this weird because on Windows Vista and Windows 7, they had similar things. They had something called Aero, which was also a liquid glass element, and this looks exactly the same as Windows 7. Yeah, they've just copied Windows, or they just copied old versions of Windows, basically. So yeah. Now games-wise, we're just gonna see how long these two take to open games. So we're gonna do chess. We're gonna do chess on both of them. I'm gonna go here. Let's start. Yeah, see, this is the difference. This is okay. And you search for the chess. Okay, now I'm gonna just. Okay, this loaded faster. This immediately loaded a whole lot faster. Although this is a third-party chess application. This isn't actually Microsoft Chess. I want to close that. I want to close that as well. Now, something that a feature that Windows lacks that I really, really like is Image Playground. It's basically ChatGPT. You could just like think of an image and it can generate for you. Yeah, let me. I'm gonna generate something. So, grassland, birthday, cows. Yeah, I'll just put something random, and it generates it. It generates in only a couple seconds. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess that concludes my comparison. Which one should you buy? Well, if you're a hardcore gamer and like playing certain games, then buy Windows. But if you're like a college student or something or need something simple for work, then or just some like gaming, then buy Mac. But overall, I think these two are pretty good. They're both really good. Alright, bye.